policies and procedures on knowing what to do and keeping you safe during the emergency. For disaster kits, again, I told you that your book talks about this. Wouldn't it be nice if we all carried around 3 days of water, a change of clothing, we had extra medicines to keep in a kit that just sat there, extra money? Who's got extra money these days? I don't have any extra money to put in a kit and just leave it sitting around, but theoretically, that would be a good idea. Sanitation supplies, things to wash your hand, any special need items that you have, contact lenses, stuff to clean your contact lenses, any important family documents, any powers of attorney or wills that you may have. Those may be important things to have in your disaster kit. Alright, so this morning we've talked about some common types of medical emergencies and what you're going to be doing. We've talked about briefly, extremely briefly, what to do in the event of a disaster. And the important thing is to remember that your agency is going to have all of these plans ready for you and available for you. It's just a matter of you figuring out who you work for, what type of emergency we're having, and what kind of plan do I use. Alright? So, reviewing the chapter, when calling emergency services, what information should you be ready to have available? The phone number and the address for emergencies happening, absolutely. The first two steps when approaching an emergency is? Yes. Why isn't it A? They might not need first aid, absolutely. Or the situation might be dangerous. You might not want to go in there. Alright? So, certainly, assess the situation and the victim. The term for medical procedures that we use when a person's heart and lungs have stopped is? CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. What's the ratio of compressions to ventilations? 30 to 2. Alright, 30 to 2. And for abdominal thrust, what are we doing that for?
Someone who is
Doing it for people who are choking. We're trying to get the blockage out of the back of the throat. And the answer to your question is A. We're going to put our arms around the person's waist and remove the blockage, hopefully up and out of the throat. Alright, a client that's in shock.